Yom Yerushalayim is exactly a week before Shavuot. This is not only a quirk of the calendar, it is something much more substantive which connects the two Moadim together. Tanakh mentions Ma'amad Har Sinai in a few prakim throughout Nevi'im and Ketuvim. Interestingly enough, maybe even strangely, it's almost always brought in the historical context. Ma'amad Har Sinai, the Torah, is presented as almost as an historical event. It's Am Yisrael, the Kadosh Baruch Hu. It's a time out from history. They are there alone in the desert. They have a rendezvous with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, one-on-one. However, if we go from Shirat Dvorah and Haftarah, second day Shavuos, and Perakim and Tilim, particularly Perek Samachet, what we'll notice is the Torah always, the Nevi'im always mention Ma'amad Har Sinai in the context, in the historical context. In the context of the war versus Rishaim, Hashem b'tzadcha mis'ir, b'tzadcha mis'dei Edom, Kadosh Baruch Hu approaches history and this battle with forces of evil, and the Rishaim will threaten Am Yisrael. The idea is, or if we ask ourselves, why does Tanakh think it's important to bring in a historical event and connect it within an historical context? The answer is that Ma'amad Har Sinai is, its basic principle is God descends into the world. Kadosh Baruch Hu comes down from Kisei HaKavod into the world of human beings. Originally it was done in the context of giving Torah and mitzvot in the desert with Am Yisrael. However, the same basic principle of descending from the heavens into our world applies to history as well. To put it differently, both Ma'amad Har Sinai in the wilderness and Kadosh Baruch Hu is doing battle with evil in history, both are forms of Giluy Shechina. Ma'amad Har Sinai is the original Giluy Shechina, and whenever we want to emphasize the Kadosh Baruch Hu's intervention in the world, we sum Ma'amad Har Sinai as the proof, as the paradigm of Giluy Shechina. And this seems to me one of the main elements of Yom Yerushalayim. If there was ever time in our lifetimes, and probably before our lifetimes as well, in which the presence of Kadosh Baruch Hu in the world, his active presence is not only guiding from above, but actually descending into the fray, taking active part, was in 1967, the sense of Kadosh Baruch Hu is within our camp. He's actually, he's descended into our world and taking active part. That was felt in 1967. I was a young child, 6 years old, but there was something unique which could be felt. Really, the sense of Niftechu Hashamayim, and the Kadosh Baruch Hu descends into our world. Just like Ma'amad Har Sinai, though, it's not only an experience which we had, but it's also a challenge and obligation to continue it. Ma'amad Har Sinai is a continuation. After we receive Torah in the mountain, begins Pashat Mishpatim. You have to take Torah, which you received in this grand event, this one-time momentous event, you have to distill it and apply it throughout life, day in, day out. You have to take the grand ideas, the Aseret Dibrot, and translate them into Ki Tetzei Shumatzah Kotzim, or into Makei Ishvamet, and so on and so forth. Torah has to be taken and applied, and of course, we all know that Talmud Torah, Kvesitim Torah, learning in yeshivot, teaching in schools, disseminating Torah throughout life is a continuation of Ma'amad Har Sinai on a daily basis. We try to take the same values and instill them into our lives. The same holds true of Yerushalayim. The idea of Giluy Shechina is not a one-time event in 1967. We have to now try and take Yerushalayim on a daily basis. making it the place of holiness, of kedusha, in a place in which a person feels the presence of Shechina, in a place in which we take this one-time event and make it into a vibrant city which reflects the values of Chesed, Yerushalayim Irat Tzedek, Lilat Tzedek, and Kedusha, B'tei Knesset, Yeshivot, Gemilut Chesed. All of this is to characterize Yerushalayim on a daily basis. We have to ask ourselves, how can we use Yerushalayim, and how can we somehow take life in Yerushalayim and be able to forge it into a life which will be Am Yisrael closer to Avihem Shabashamayim? How do we minimize machloket within Yerushalayim, make it a focus of Kedusha, which attracts people both near and far, and which brings people closer to Avihem Shabashamayim? The same way, after Ma'amad Har Sinai, as Elim Shemashot Asim Lifnehem, after Harav B'Yadeinu, there's also a question, how do we now implement this on a daily basis? And this seems to me both the experience of Yom Yerushalayim, in one level, is an experience to try to reconnect and to savor and to feel once more the unique emotions of that wonderful time 50-something years ago, while also view as a challenge and a call to make Yerushalayim into a place which will be Yerushalayim HaBniyah Ki Shechubra La Yachdav, that's Mechaber Yisrael Avim Shabashamayim, that it connects us to Kadosh Baruch Hu and makes Yerushalayim a place in which everyone feels a place that he's close to Kadosh Baruch Hu. Yom Yerushalayim Sameach and Chag Shavuot Sameach.